Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadia Safira Putri Sopiadi. I will explain about critical listening final test. Vocabulary number 1. Discrete pulse of sound. Discrete, berlainan. Adjective, clearly spared or different in shape or form. Number 2. Merely by uttering a sound. Merely, hanya, adverb. Used to emphasize that you mean exactly what you are saying and nothing more. Number 3. Early human developed to conceive that, conceit, someone. Noun, the state of being too proud of yourself and your action. Number 4. He is scattered the people by giving them different language. Scattered, tersebar, adjective, covering a wide area. Number 5. Someone else brain to suit your interest. Minat, noun, in feeling of wanting to give your attention to something or of wanting to be involved with and discover more about something. Number 6. These upright apes evolve on the African savanna. Evolve, berevolusi, adjective, having developed through a gradual process. Number 7. And even this picture he has suspicious. Taint, mencurigakan, adjective, making you feel that something illegal is happening or that something is wrong. Number 8. And the reason that dilemma arose is arose, bangkit, verb, past simple of arise. Number 9. Or species confronted the crisis. Confronted, dihadapkan, adjective, having to deal with something or someone that you find difficult of threatening. And then last, we engage in are utterly dependent upon language. Engage, mengikut sertakan, verb, to employ someone. Next, summary. I'm talking about your language, of course, because it allows you to implant a thought from your mind directly into someone else's mind, and they can attempt to do the same to you without either of you having to perform surgery. Now, language survive powers has been recognized throughout the age in censorship in books you can't read, pairs you can't use, and words you can't say. In fact, the Tower of Babel story in the Bible a fable and warning about the power of language. And you can see that in a developing society that was beginning to acquire language. Not having language would be like a bird without wings. Just wings open up this pair of air of bird to exploit. Language open up the sphere of cooperation for humans to exploit, and we take this utterly for granted because we are a species that is so at home with language. But you have to realize that even the simplest acts of exchange that we engage in are utterly dependent upon language. Alright, if this view of language and its value in solving the crisis of visual theft is true, any species that acquire it should show an explosion of creativity and prosperity. Language is the most potent trait that has ever evolved. And next, critical note taking. Language evolves to solve the crisis of visual theft. Language evolved to solve the crisis of visual theft and to exploit cooperation and exchange, say Professor Pagel. In fact, as Professor Pagel argues, language is a social technology that allows for cooperation between unrelated individuals and groups. According to the archaeological record, it was this cooperation and sharing of ideas that preceded human migration around the planet and the ensuing human population explosion, but almost inexplicably, thousands of languages evolved. So even as a shared language facilitates communication and cooperation between unrelated groups, different language slow the flow of ideas, technologies, and even gains. In my opinion, the evolution of a language has occurred here long ago. The evolution of this language is the process of changing the form of language and developing scientifically from the initial form to its current form. And then next, reflection. After watching this video, I found that there are so many languages that are used in the world. Although in this video there are many complicated topics, but the discussion is interesting. With this language, we can know how important language is for human in the world. Simply, language is a tool for that make easier humans to communicate. I can't imagine if there was no language in the world, what it would be like. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.